Innovation distinguishes between a leader and a follower, and this is by Steve Jobs. Welcome to another exciting episode of Podcast with SHEILA. With me today is Joshua Olaiya, the Elon Musk of Africa. He's into robotics and everything that has to do with that. He makes mobile miniature planes and cars from scratch. I don't know what else he does, but we are yet to find out. Hello, Joshua, and welcome to Podcast with SHEILA.
Thank you so much, Ma. I'm glad to be here.
It's a delight to have you on the show. So what will your favorite quote be, if you have any?
Actually, my favorite quote is, for every failure, there's always a success. During my journey, I failed a lot. I believe sincerely that if I've never failed, not success will never come my way. So failure leads to success. Success does not lead to failure, but failure leads to success.
Great. I like that.
That's my favorite quote.
Wow. I like that. Tell us a little bit about Joshua, who you are, your background, how you grew up, and all of that, so that our listeners get to know who our guest really is for today.
Actually, I'm Joshua by name, with a mother taking care of 4 boys, and I'm the firstborn of the family. My journey started at age 13. I was very young, and I was very young that I started repairing our electronics at home. So from there, I attended school very early. I had no double promotion, but I started school at my very early age. So I was at the high school, at the junior school, high school, where I was heading to the senior high school, where we take for science department. So then I was 13, and during I was 14, going to 14. But during that time of 13, I was given a gift from my mom. And that was a computer, a desktop. So then I was like just trying to learn new things, and then so I learned. I went to the cyber cafe and I learned on using Microsoft PowerPoint, and I found out that they were very easy, they were very easy to know, and I had to stop because my mom was spending a lot on it, so I had to stop and practice at home. So that was then I was practicing, and it was very interesting that I got very used to it, and I was using them for my school assessment. So then that was when I was so motivated with computers at my early age, 13, and I was also inspired because of I got a very early usage of phone at age 10. I was using mobile phone at age 10, but when I suddenly got my desktop at age 13. So the age 14, I was heading to the senior high school. When I got to the science department, I was very motivated. And then we don't have a physics teacher because during that time, I think teacher were on strike. So I was very motivated with physics because of sometimes the first day of the week we start with physics and nobody to teach us physics. So I was saying, okay, let me just try this. Let me see how it goes, because I was very good in maths during my primary school. So I had to learn physics. So they said that I was so inspired by physics. And why I was inspired by physics was a book I came across at the library. It was called Special Theory of Relativity. I was so inspired that same day I read like 10 pages. I was so inspired about the time dilation. I was so inspired that it was so fictional and so true that I had to tear the remaining pages, in fact, all the entire pages, and continue my readings at home. And it was like up to like 30 pages I tore off from the book there, the textbook. So when I finished my readings for like over 3 to 4 days, I was so inspired that I had to read the life history of Albert Einstein, or the person who came up with the theory of relativity. And I know I found out, I tried to know the beginning and the ending of the story, that I spent a lot of data because I wasn't there, in different places. You can't find the only place you can know their history is through mobile phone. So I spent a lot of time on the social media trying to get inspired by Elon Musk. And because Elon Musk inspired me so well that I had to go and research all the successful greatest scientists out there. And most of the successful greatest scientists, I can include them: Galileo, Nikola Tesla, um, as well as Thomas Edison, and um, as well as Einstein. So when I found I did research, and like I was, that time I was free. I had time. I have huge time, so I spent a lot of time first getting motivated by those successful people, and I noticed that failure, they had a lot of failure along the way, a failure, and it was successful at the end of the day. And I was so inspired and moved that I was the best student in my during my time in physics, the physics department. So because of that, I know physics so well that nobody others in my class, and also the entire school. So, and that was when I was so motivated. And that time I was also, there's a channel I watch on Go TV and on the internet like that, that inspire people, children, to build and stuff like that. So when they were like showing us some things, I was so inspired, and that was when my creativity was increasing. Though I repaired stuff at my early age of 13, but it was increasing to a very good perspective, which was robotics. So that was when I was during my time, I was going big, going like that, and that was when I was being elected and I was voted and elected as the president of Jet Club, where we give students insight of the science, the technology, and the engineering aspect of uh, every devices we have out there. So I was elected and voted. I was voted and elected as the president of Jet Club. So that time I was uh, during my time as the president, I was introduced to several programming languages by my teacher, and I was introduced, but I wasn't taught because of it was a government school where our government aren't actually satisfying our teachers. So I had to learn a little from what our teacher have learned from others. So that little I learned, and they noticed that I was very good. That they gave me the school laptop for me to practice, and I kept on practicing. And I started off with Scratch because they were testing if I was capable. And actually, why introducing programming language for me was that we wanted to partake for a competition, and the competition required Python. So they wanted to test if I was capable. And when I came out very good, I developed my first game at age 14. Yes, my first game using Scratch. So when they found that I was very good, I had to lead the team. I had to lead the team for the Python. So when the same thing goes for Python, I was practicing. That I eventually went for the competition. I was brought back third position. I was surprised, and I never believed I could do this because I thought maybe other students who have gotten some tutor from other things or tutor, but I brought back third position. I tried my best, that I had to learn them myself and also lead the team, but it was also encouraging. And during my time when I was in high school, there's also a person that motivated me, which is I told you that time when I was doing I was doing some research on the past scientists. Along the way, I've been doing some current people that are innovating, which was Richard Branson. Richard Branson was the co-founder of GLAVEE and also the co-pilot, the chief pilot of the jet suit. So I was so motivated that I had to do 3 years of research on this jet suit itself, the engines, and I had to do research on. And I said that I built my first turbine engine. That was age 14 or 15, and it was proceeding trust. I wish I uploaded some of the picture on my social media. So yeah, I was motivated by him. So when I built my first engine, I was very okay. I was assured. I was very okay. I was very certain of myself that I could build the jet suit itself. So I had to do the research 3 years. So it was a very complicated project. So I had to take my time. So I was learning along the way. Because of that time, I was also like I have to balance my role because I was the prefect in the secondary school. In the high school, I was also the president, and I was partaking to. I was also enrolling for some project and like that for the competition. So I have to balance my time and stuff like that. So that was when I finished my high school examination. That I came out with a good result. That along the way I've saved a lot of money, like money to sponsor my project. So I had to build my own first jet suit. So that was when I built my jet suit and I uploaded it to the social media, and it was wow. People were saying it was actually awesome. And also that was the time I had to, because I built it and it was fascinating. So I had to reach out to the Minister of Technology. I have to reach out to the Minister of our state for sponsorship and like that. And due to government situation, there was some I don't know, there was some like him not trying to help me, because it was I sent him every details of what he needed and stuff like that, but he wasn't trying to, the way he was reacting, he wasn't trying to help me. So
let's get the story right. So you actually started your love for robotics actually at age 13. Is that what the story is? It started at age 13. So you've been inspired by great innovators or great inventors like Elon Musk and the likes. And you have studied them, you've read about them, you've done research on them and the things they do and how they do it. And they inspired you to also start creating. So you've done, what are some of the things you have done? What are some of the things you've created? And at what age did you have your first creation, like a full project, complete a full project? At what age?
It was age 14. That was when I built my first homemade jet engine for airplane.
Okay. Was it able to fly, the jet?
It wasn't able to fly, but it was in a trust. But the trust was, because of financial resources issue like that. So, but it was in a trust. A trust pushes an object. So, but it wasn't able to make that an object flies. But it was possessing a little amount of trust. Yeah.
Great. So, how many projects have you done so far?
Well, all my projects are I guess over like 10 to 15 now. 10 to 15. Around, 12 to 15, around that aspect. I've built a lot of projects like security system, a robot I control with my bare hands that was trending a month ago, and a industrial robot, a security system, a jet suit, a turbine engine, some few robots like follow mobility robot that can also be very useful at the airports. It's an autonomous vehicle that, for safe driving stuff like that. I've built a lot of projects, and I want to use one of my projects to help solve humanity issue on ground across the world. And that is one of the projects I'm currently working on right now to help solve problems that is going on around the world.
Great. You know that there's a common story that usually people, inventors or children, tell a lot when they're about to start getting innovative, and they destroy a lot of things before they learn to build them up. Was there a stage or a point in your life where you had to destroy a lot of things like your parents' gadgets because you tried to fidget it and find out what is inside, and then later on you put it together? Like my son, he'll tell you, "Mommy, buy me a car. I want a bigger car that moves, that has the doors open up like that, like wings and all of that." And you buy it for him. In maximum 2 weeks, the parts are broken apart. And then I ask him why. He says, "I want to see what's inside." Was there a point in your time that you had to do that? Because I know children who are inquisitive like that.
Yes.
They destroy things and try to put it together. Did you do that?
Yeah, exactly. And I will say it has been going like that for maybe 10, 11. But why? And yes, because I could buy for a week 10 toys a week, and there was an extent. There was a day my mommy warned me several times that I should stop buying toys. Why? She insists in buying toys. But when I found out that she would know because the toy was big, so that same day I bought it was the same day I destroyed it, and I took some of the motors that was there. And the only reason why I bought those toys, like it was my early before 10, maybe 9, 8, within that age. The only reason why I bought that, it wasn't for fun, because some people were saying we buy toys for children for fun, so some stuff. But why? Because I bought toys. I love the way I wanted to know why they were moving. Like there was a toy I bought that I destroyed that day. Because my mom, we know that there's something I'm hiding away from her. It was like a drum, a toy that drums like that. So I love the way the mechanism works. because I was saying, wow, how does it work? And that was the same day I bought it and I destroyed it because she will eventually know that I bought something which I'm trying to hide. So yes, it happens to almost all creative people like that. Yeah. But the only thing that could stop them, because I believe many Nigerians here are very creative. And me, I was very, I don't know, but I just keep going. There's nothing, there's a lot there's a lot of challenges I face, but I don't know why I keep going, even though to the fact that I don't have financial assistance and stuff like that. But I don't know, I have that urge because I don't know, maybe it has been that urge for robotics. And a lot of people ask me, what is the major thing that keeps you going, even though you don't have the money and even a dime that you still spend? But I say that actually try to find something that will keep you going. Since we have something that will pull us down, which is our weakness, then find your strength, what will pull you up. That anytime you want to go down, you want to stop on that your dream, then as you just remember that one thing that will make you move forward, then surely, and one thing that is making me move forward is those people that motivated me. And what I've learned from them is their failure. Because and it happened to me that it happened last year, that I said to myself that I don't know what happened, but I can't remember. But yeah, I said something that if this thing hadn't happened to me, it was something that was very painful. I almost cried at the board. After like a week or two, I said, wow, that if this hadn't happened, that thing will not happen. And it was a success. So what I believe in this life, and everything in this life, is patience and when the rightful time. So that urge for me buying toys, yes, it started at a very early age when I was 8, 9, around that age. Yes, yeah.
Wow. So, Joshua, how do you source out your materials? Where do you get them from? What do you use? Do you use things in the environment or things you actually create to do your project, or you have to go and buy them little bits from sources? How do you get your materials for the project?
Yes, at the beginning, from age 13 to 16, I was using scrap materials like my jet engine. I have to use our teacup, my all those are my jet engine. I have to take spoiled generators. I shape the engine everywhere. I shape it very well. There's a picture I sent to you that I was holding the jet engine. It was made up of scrap, but it looks very neat. So there's a way I recycled it that looks very neat. So yes, but when I started getting support at the age of 17, because I turned 17 or not quite a few months ago. So it was when I uploaded my hand gesture rod that was trending that I started receiving support. That was when I was able to build some things, and I had to order from the online store like AliExpress, Jumia, and stuff like that.
Great. How much does it cost to do a project? Like if you want to do a car, model a car or a plane, how much does it cost? Give us a rough estimate.
Actually, in our currencies are over like 30,000, but maybe approximately approximately that would be $150, I guess.
$150. Wow.
Yes, sometimes. But now this is my latest project I'm working on right now, which is going to be a big breakthrough. Is I spent over like I guess over $2,000 on it, and that was the support I received from people.
From
I
people.
spent, yes, from people. So I spent over $2,000 on it, and is a product and an innovation that I'm sure that I've not exist. I want to try a way I want to create a way whereby we could provide jobs for people, even though we are not in that particular country. Like we sending drones to perform a task. Why can't we do something, even though we are not there? Why can't we do something? We can remote something to perform a job or to make that task complete. So that my innovation that I spent over $2,000 on it is something that I'm almost done, and I hope to upload on different social media, and I hope I get the big support and yes, a better new transform stuff. At least it will make me to provide a good opportunity for me. Yeah.
Great. I think that what you're doing actually is a good thing. And for me, I think you need all the support you can get, because you're not just doing it for yourself, but you are doing it such that there will be job opportunities for other people to also partake of. Aside that, you're also going to train other young children who are interested. It's actually a big thing if you look at it. And I don't see the reason why you should be struggling for funding to do this. You get it? Because it's a good project, and I think that you should be supported. I just pray that somebody will chance on this video and will be touched by the story and everything you are doing, and then they'll see that. I'm going to be showing a few of your videos because I think a few of your videos from LinkedIn. So I'm going to be showing a few of your videos on this live. So people see the things you're doing, and then you get support for it. I'll be excited to hear that you got support and you are doing things, because I believe that a lot of the children would like to understudy you. How old are you now, Joshua? If you don't mind.
I'm 18.
Wow.
I'm 18.
At this age, and the things you are doing, it's really very, very, very inspiring. It's so inspiring. What are some of the challenges you've encountered aside funding for the project? What are some of the challenges you have encountered on this journey?
My challenges are mostly power source. You know, Nigerian here have a lot of power issue, and mostly now you see the morning you called me, it was dark, and you don't always have light at the daytime, mostly at the night time, and that is when I'm always doing most of my work. So every day, and it has been very used to me that I can work like the whole night from now till the next day. Yesterday I slept late, like 5, 6. So I have to just sleep. I woke up in the next 2 hours. So, and I've been like that. So because of lack of electricity, I have to work every night, learn every night, and also learn new things every night like that. So that is the electricity issue, and also um, um, like that gadget. I had to be then, and I told you that failure leads to success. During last year, I don't have an Android phone. Like I don't have Android phone. I'm using phone. I told you I'm using phone at the age of 10, but due to I was a few months, I was trending. So I was reading then, but eventually some people stole my phone, and it took like 1 year before I could make use of an Android phone. So then I was using my small phone, learning a lot of things. That was what also inspired me more. I was learning things. I could read a like 10 books a week. No, maybe 2 days, because I'm always free. I share my time perfectly well that I must make sure I complete that task. So that it was when I had my Android phone, which I'm making a video call right now, that this beginning of this month, January, that I had to work on I've already worked on my project. When I bought my phone and my videos were ready, I edited them myself, because I learned editing. Those videos you are seeing there, I edited them. If I don't have my gadgets, and if I don't upload them on social media, I won't never have the support to work on this my project that cost me $2,000 to work on. So, and I pray that once my project is a successful, then I hope it serves humanity for better.
Great. Yeah. Great. You know, as you're talking now, there are two things I picked out of what you were saying. I picked up determination and I picked up passion. And I think these two things, they go together. They are like twins. And when you have them working for you, you can never fail. Because one, you are passionate about the thing you are doing. So whether rain or shine, what I mean by rain or shine, whether you have all your materials together or not, whether you have the things that will help you make it or not, you will still make it, because your love for that thing is so big, nothing can stop you. And that is one thing I love about you, because that is what is keeping you going. You are determined to succeed at all costs, whether there is light or no light. You still work around it, and then you will be able to go with it. I'm going to throw out an appeal out there. Because one, at your age, I love it. I love to see children do innovative things. I love to see children dream big and follow their dreams, not just dream and then sit down and not do anything about it. But you can see that in your case, you really want to do this thing. You love it. You've done all your research on your own. You're a self-taught person, self-motivated. Nothing is breaking you. There are a lot of hindrances, just like you said. Money is one, electricity is another. The phone became an issue. There are other things that has become an obstacle in your way as you kept going, but you didn't give up. And that is the message here for this episode, not to give up, keep going, no matter what the challenges are. So what I'm throwing out there is that somebody will hear this message today and will sow into your life. So if anybody happens to see this message or see this episode or listen to this message, that they will be touched by the things you are doing and know that they are sowing into your life, not just you as a person, but they'll be sowing into thousands of other children. So they may be sowing into Joshua's life, but they will not just be sowing into Joshua's life. You'll be sowing into about 1,000 more people's life. So if you hear this message and you think you can help Joshua, just help him and we'll be glad you did. So you will not just be helping Joshua, you'll be helping other children as well, because he's going to be an inspiration to them. He's going to set up this project and other children are going to understudy him. So in a way, he's going to help alleviate unemployment, or at least try to cut it off at a fraction, because that has also become a big thing going on. And I think you are doing marvelously well, Joshua. I'm proud of the things you are doing. When I saw the videos and I said, wow, this is an African Elon Musk. Why not? Let's push him the little way we can. Let's push him and see how far it can go. I'll be glad to see that you are doing massive things with everything you are doing. This is so brilliant. This is so brilliant. Wow. Wow. So how do you deal with failure? When you're doing something and you see the thing is not working, how do you deal with it?
Like now, this my robot I'm currently working that I spent huge amount of money is the most expensive project I've worked on. And when I upload it, I will mention all this, how many times I failed. I'll give an example of this my project. This project is the most expensive and the most difficult project I've ever worked on. And I can say that I failed like over 50 times.
Wow.
One, I bought sensors. I'm giving an example. I bought sensors that they were fake. So, and fake sensors, they would work, but there's no way. Before you make them work, you have to pass a lot of difficulty. You have to like trying to bind them. You have to use a voltage regulator and stuff like that to make it work. So, and as I keep failure is a failure. Do I see failure is like it's like failure is like the bad side of success, because of when you talk about failure, you stop this, you will never reach that particular place because of. And I found out that some people stop due to failure, not knowing that they are like they are 1% close to success. And if not, they have put a little push, try again. They don't know that they're very reach the breakthrough of success. And those failure, like when I keep on going, and why I keep on going, because there's one word that keeps me steady. And it is, I have observed them, or even the musician, the Rock, the Dwayne, all of them, I know I can tell you their life story. And it's not like I am just knowing their life story just to be entertained. I learn some space, and I'm always learning a lot on social media. Like there's a platform, there's an organization that names Project 94. They motivate people, and I got to know about others, all those people like that, like Elon Musk. And one thing I observed from all of them, that no matter, I watched a video not quite long when you called me this morning. It was about Dwayne, and yes, about Dwayne and some other people there. Dwayne failed a lot. Like before he was even hired to work on to be an actor in the Hollywood. They told him not to exercise too much so he can reduce his muscle, but he keep on going because of it is something that it is his passion. But at the end of the day, the producer, everybody accepted him, and yet he's still exercising at this moment now. But if he had given up, he won't have been. And what made him popular on actor because of his muscular skills and everything like that. That's what made him also famous and like that. So, and that is one of the things. Failure leads to success, and it's and when you know that, and when you know that, and you put that, stick that to your mind, then you surely move forward. Even though you fail one, you do it again, fail two, you do it again. And even though you want to stop, just remember that one thing: failure leads to success. And why? And some people might say it is just weird, it is nothing. Try to take other lives, how they made it. You notice that over like 99% of them, it's because of failure leads to success. That has made them move ahead. And there's no way you can tell from that story that it was failure that makes them lead to success. A lot of them failed. Even Ronaldo, I know the entire life story of Ronaldo that I was, wow, it's I got to know his story like 2 days ago. I was learning from them. I was getting more motivated and inspired. And I noticed that I noticed that when I try to relate their life with my own life, so actually 89% related to mine. 89%. And I noticed that it is what I will later end up being a successful person in the near future. So that is the one thing: failure leads to success, and it will help. That word will help us a lot to move forward.
That's so true. Every great person has a story to tell. So if you don't have a story to tell, then
Yes.
I don't know if I can call that greatness, because just like you said, out of failure comes success. So you fail a number of times, and every time you fail and you start doing it again, you become better. You get it?
And
So
it's
you are
not
doing.
just
Mhm.
it's not just, mine is what is pushing me forward is failure leads to success. A lot of thousands of people we have thousands of motivational words that can inspire people. Mine is this: failure is success, but there's others that can move them forward. And you don't know. That is why I said that we have two things inside you. You have your weakness and you have your strength. It's one thing I know: you can't release your weakness to anybody. But your strength, you always release your strength. Like I release my strength. What is making me move forward is failure leads to success. But anybody else can have their own strength, and you can decide to share them with others. But your weakness, you can't release it. That is not possible. But your strength, and a lot of thousands of people can have what is holding them move forward. And mine is, I have some other things that are moving forward. But one thing that is moving forward is that failure leads to success. Keep that one thing that will make you move forward. And as long as you keep it with you, and you also share that thing that made you move forward, a lot of people will be inspired to look for that one thing that will make them move forward. It can be anything. When you find out, like you said, like there was a reading I found out that how can you know your talent? Do something that you know that you keep that you spend a lot of your money. That to find your talent. Like I was just like doing random research, like how can you find your talent? Like for someone that doesn't even know that talent, like me, not me, but like other person. Do something that you spend your money on. A lot of it, even though you have a dime, you spend your money on. Do something that never makes that, even though it is at the midnight, you won't sleep and stuff like that. So it's like what is what I'm trying to say is like something that will make you move forward, that will never let you down. That one word that will always keep you moving forward, and that is what mine is called failure leads to success. So thousands of people might have different things. That is a typical example of what I just said now about talent. Something that
Wow.
move. And if, like, for example, now maybe my someone else's daughter, because of like maybe she's good at, or maybe her father wants her to become a doctor, but she likes seeing things that has to do with hardware or stuff like that. And if her father is talking to her about doctor, she feels sleepy. So it's something that she doesn't want to do. But if it's something that, okay, if someone mentioned that, wow, we want to hear that person out. So it's that one thing. So that one thing was that made her stand up is the hardware, the electronics. So that one thing that will make you okay stand up, that motivational word that make you stand up. So you find it, you see it is something that is also has to do with talent. So I'm now relating it to that one thing that will make you push for, which is the motivational words or the life story of some other people. And I believe that you can't learn by yourself. You have to learn from other people, which is what I'm doing. I'm learning from other people, other successful people like Elon Musk and other people like the Ronaldo and stuff like that. So that is it.
Wow. Wow. I like where the direction of the conversation went, because I believe that every person was created for a purpose in life. That is why we have doctors, we have lawyers, we have engineers, we have mechanics, we have fashion designers, so you realize that everybody is unique at something. And just like you said, when you are able to identify what comes easy to you, or what you really love to do, and you operate in that field, you excel because you find out that you are doing something you love. So you never get bored, you never get tired. Your love for that thing is so big and huge, and you never even like to set it down when you are working at it. I remember a story that this other lady from that I've heard, this other lady, everybody was going to the university. Everybody was going to the university in the family. And she was also forced to go to the university, but that wasn't what she wanted to do. So she went to do a first year in first degree. She went for the first year. And then she came home and she said that, no, this is not what I want to do. I don't want to have a degree. I don't want to go to the university. That is not me. I want to go straight into fashion and start fashion. And I remember her father was not in agreement with her because according to her father, you have to be in the university, you have to go that way. But that was not her. She just wanted to go straight into fashion. And you know, back then, those days when you're growing up, doing fashion, when you go and say you want to do fashion, it's as if airheads are those who do fashion. When you don't do well in school, then they take you to go and learn how to sew. So when you go and tell your parents you want to do that, then straight away they are angry with you, because why wouldn't you want to go and get a first degree and go straight and go and learn how to sew? So they'll be angry with you. But when she started doing it, she never slept. You know, she was always at it. Even at dawn, she'll be sewing. And now she's one of the best in the field. So I believe that when we find our passion, or the area where we are comfortable in operating, and then we operate there, we become successful, and then we never get tired at the things or bored at the things we are doing, because one, it's our first love, it's something we love. So we pour all ourselves out, and then we give ourselves out for it, and then we do it very well. That is why I'm passionate about what you're doing, because I can see that you are passionate about it yourself. You love it, so you do what it takes to make sure that it succeeds. That is why people should be able to support your vision, because when they invest in you, I don't think they're just going to be throwing their money away, because definitely something great will be coming out. Based on the things I've seen, I can vouch that something great will be coming out if they invest in you. And I pray that you get investors to support your dream. So how did it feel, Joshua, when you saw your first project move? Like if it's a car or the airplane, the first time it moved, how did you feel? What was the feeling like? What was the reaction?
You know, is a good question, and you know, if it's something I have learned, and I've learned from someone, and it works, yes, there will be that joy. But if it's something that you learned yourself and it works, and you build it and it works, the joy of that person that learned it himself will be different will be greater than the joy the person have learned from someone that he did by himself. So, and when it worked, and it was the project I'm working on is one of my hardest projects, but then one of my little hard project was that my gesture. Before it works, it wasn't like I worked on it. I was writing, drawing, sketching, and I just pick out my PCB board, start soldering and everything like that. Make sure the connection are well. I'll check measure with the multimeter, and I tested it. And when I tested it, it was 11 p.m. at night, midnight. And when I tested it, I was amazed, and I felt crying that wow, that if I can do this, I can even do more than this. And that was what encouraged me to do this thing. I was crying inside. And also there's a friend of mine, my best friend, he knows what I'm doing. So I told him the same thing. I was crying. And he also get motivated by me. I motivate him a lot. Because I told him one day, we knew ourselves in our high school. I told him that if we have theory in numbers. I was the president, it was the assistant project manager, and why the project manager? We were theory. The project manager, I told all two of them that if I'm not here, you people will stop what you are doing, your talent. I told them. It's not like I wasn't that I was proud of myself. I knew from the start that I told them mouth to mouth. And we're close, we're very close. So I have to tell them what is right, what is not good. So now that my best friend, and we are now close. But the one that was the project manager, now he has stopped his talent. He based in Ghana. But he's in Nigeria, but he has gone to Ghana. And when I used to message him, he said he has stopped all those things, no money, nothing, not. And I told him, I told him, can you remember one time I told you that if we depart, even though if we are not together, you will stop what I'm doing. I'm the one that was motivated there. And I believe that there's nothing that can stop me from doing what I'm doing, even though I don't have the money. And also, something about talent that if you have the urge for something, you don't have the money, you try all possible way to get the money. And then when I was a kid, I used to take my mommy money. I'll let she keep her money and get some stuff for my stuff like that. So there's that thing that gives me that urge for talent. I don't know what is it, but I told them now my friend now, if and also what also making move forward like me is like it's mainly for me. We saw ourselves like 2 days ago. He comes to my house and just share some ideas. And we are also working on a project that we want to provide affordable electricity for every Africans. Yeah, that is the project we're working on that. And I pray that when we get the funds, we will work on that because we have an idea to provide an affordable electricity for everybody. It's affordable that even though someone that has a one room contain can afford that electricity, that is what we are planning to do. And it's not something dangerous. It's something that because of every great thing, for those who make every great thing, is slightly easy for them. But it's you that don't know how it is made that you think it is one of the hardest things in life. I made and it was something that I've never done before. It makes me cry and it gave me that urge to do more and better. And it was that thing I built that works, that was strengthened, that motivates me to even do more better. And that is why I'm working on a project, the most expensive and difficult project I've ever worked on to help provide at least 1 million jobs for people across the world. And I hope that if it works, it works. But I'll upload a video of it maybe tomorrow. It works, but I'm trying to practice on it so that when I get the video perfectly edited and shared to other social media, I hope it trends. And if and when it works and I was also it's nothing new so but it is something I feel like I can do. When you do something great, you believe you can do anything. And also teamwork is the best. So I got some help with some people like India. So just I learn a lot every day. So teamwork also helps as well. So that's what helps Elon Musk move forward. Elon Musk, because of his team, his members, his employee, they are making him go. He's making more money and stuff like that. So for any new thing you do, there's always that strong joy, something that someone learns by himself. That strong joy is more greater than something that someone learned from someone. So, and those people that learned something themselves, I praise them a lot. I praise them a lot than those that learn outside. Because I believe that those people that learn themselves, learn everything themselves, they are, they are, they are, they are destined to make great things. It's not like others that learn from people that there's a way it depends on how hardworking you are. Because of I work certainly I can say certainly every 22 hours every day. I've been at home for 1 year. I've been working 22 hours every day since the time I've been at home. So and I can even stay awake that I won't feel sleepy unless I could just take some random things then online until I just sleep for like 2 hours and wake up the next day and something like that. So that is how greatness is, and it is
Wow.
helping us a lot here.
Wow, 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 wow. Joshua, these are brilliant things you shared with us today. These are really, really brilliant things you shared with us today. Do you have any final words for our listeners as we wrap up?
Yes, I do, and and one of my one of the things I would love to share to people out there, people like us, people that want to be like us, like Elon Musk, because I've not reached a stage whereby I want to be like Elon Musk, but I'm sure if I could get that support, I will definitely be like Elon Musk, and I will definitely serve people that need our help. So one word I would give to those people that there's no way anything in life there's no way you can't say you want to be successful in life and you just be going smoothly. It's not going to be a smooth road. There will be even anything in mind that you know that is worth doing. That even though some people does not that tries to like discourage you from doing, but you know your belief, you thought your heart it is something right, I will advise you to go for it. And eventually, when you start it, don't just say, okay, I don't have this, I don't have that. Just start. And when you start, it can be, you might say you don't have the fund, but if it's something that it is also applicable to what you are doing, like the first time I started my journey, I don't have a phone, but I started somewhere where by learning from others. That was when I was learning, and there was an opportunity that came whereby they had to, I had to save my own money as I'm learning and also work on the project. Whereby I went, that was when I post on social media and I got the help. So it is when you start, and when you start and it is something great and it is something good and you keep on going. So then that is when that is when greatness comes, because of it is something that that keeps you going, and that's something that will make you move forward. And I believe when you get stuff something like this, you just start the journey, then there's nothing to push you. But what I know in life is that for every greatness, for every great people, the road is always rough. And I'm sure that when you try to overcome that rough road and turn them to smooth road in your own ideological way, I'm very sure you will reach your destination. That is the thing. I like the word I will try to share to other people outside there, if in order for those that are trying to achieve great things in life.
Great. All these things are lovely messages you've put out there, and I think they are really positive things for us to keep as we journey on in life. Where can our listeners connect with you, Joshua?
Actually, because LinkedIn changed me a lot since the time I joined LinkedIn 3 months ago. I've been on Facebook since when I was 10 years. I've been on Facebook and I've been posting a lot of my things. It was not trendy. When I had this mind, I searched on stuff on internet where I can. That was when I figured out LinkedIn. So I am mostly active on LinkedIn, and they should try to connect me there whenever they want to have a chat with me or anything like that. So I'm always active on LinkedIn.
Great.
Yes.
Great. Too many lessons we have learned today. And Joshua said that out of failure is success, which I totally agree with him. He's also said that the journey of success is bumpy, is not smooth, is not straight, but it takes determination and passion to get us there. And I think that is absolutely correct. And don't give up on your love for the things you want to achieve. It may not be easy. Don't listen to naysayers. People may say it won't work. You're wasting your time. Negative people will always pull you down. Try to be in the company of positive people, people who will support you, your dream, people who encourage you, people who use the right spirit to help encourage you and push you forward. Try to find yourself within those groups. If you've heard all the messages we've shared today and you think you have the wherewithal to support Joshua, please reach out to him and support a worthy cause. I believe that as you give out, you receive more in return. So don't be worried about giving up if you have the means to do it. Just give up and help Joshua, help other children as well on this journey. It's been an inspiring episode. If you've listened to us, please don't be selfish. I know that a lot of people write to me personally to tell me that the job you're doing is good. Keep it up. You're inspiring a lot of us and all that. But if you listen to the message and you don't share it, someone else may not benefit of it. So once you chance on the episodes or you get the opportunity to listen to it and you think you've been inspired by it, please share it. Put it on your timelines, on your social media pages, wherever you think that people will have the opportunity to see it and be inspired by it. Please do it and be a blessing and a support to this project. Our mission is to spread positivity around the world as much as we can. We can do our bit, but it takes you as well, watching or listening us, to also help the message get out there. So please do your bit as much as you can, and we appreciate it so much. On this note, Joshua, I would like to say a very big thank you for coming on Podcast with SHEILA today.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Great. If you've been listening in, this has been season 2, episode 24 of our podcast series, where we've been bringing your way seasoned guests with inspiring real life stories to share with us. Do not miss out on all these lovely experiences. Subscribe and be notified when a new episode is released. We have a video presentation of this episode on our YouTube channel. Just search for Podcast with SHEILA on YouTube and you'll find us. Until we meet again, have a brilliant week.